morning, guys. Open your book to page number 115. Look at the bottom of your book. It should say 115. And let's start writing the date. Today is 13th of April, which is the 4th month, 2020. Okay. Now it says test 13. Put your finger on number 1 and let's read the instructions together. It says draw a line to match the container to its name. Okay, so they have given us some images of the containers and they have given us a list of names. Now we need to find the correct container and match it with its name. Okay, so let's go through the list first. We have ounce, then we have a cup, then we have a gallon, a pint, and a quart. Okay, now let's see. The first one, this tiny one. What does it seem like? This is an ounce. So let's match it to the correct name. Now let's move on. This one, what does this seem like? This is a, I think it's a cup, right? So we have to match it with the word cup. Okay, now let's see. The next one, this one. What does this look like, guys? I think this is a quart. So let's match it. Now let's move on to the next row. This big fat one, this has to be a gallon, right? So let's match it. And at last we are left with pint. So let's match it, guys. Now let's move to the next part. Put your finger on number 2 and let's read it together. It says shade the fractional part given. Okay, so they have given us these shapes and we need to color their fractional part. Now they have given us fractions at the bottom. Okay, now let's look at the first one. The first one is 1/3. So what do we have to do first? First we have to divide this rectangle into 3 parts. Okay, so let's start. This is my first part, this is my second part, and this is my third part. So 1, 2, and 3. Now the fraction says 1/3, which means I have to color how many parts? I need to shade 1 part. So let's see. I'm going to start shading this one like this. Okay. What I have done, guys, I have shaded 1 part of the 3 parts. That means my 1/3 rectangle is shaded. Now let's move on to the next one. We have a triangle and the fraction says 1/2. We have 2 parts in total and we need to color 1 part. So we need to basically color half of the triangle. Let's divide the triangle into 2 halves. This is number 1 and this is 2 and we're gonna color half of it. So let's shade this part like this. Here you go, guys. Now 1/2 of the triangle is shaded. Now let's move on to the next fraction. It says 1/4. We can also call it 1/4, but basically the shape, the circle is divided into 4 parts. Okay, so 1/4. So let's divide the circle equally into 4 parts. There we go. How many parts do we have now? 1, 2, 3, and 4. And how many do we have to shade? We have to shade only 1 part. Okay, so let's start shading this part. There we go. So this is 1/4 of the circle. Now let's move to the next shape. The fraction says 1/5. So basically the shape is divided into 5 parts. Now let's first start dividing our shape. This one is a little tricky. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these corners to divide it equally. First I'm going to draw a line in the middle like this. Okay. Now I'm going to use 1 point and I'm going to come here to this circle. Then I'm going to point this and then I'll use this point and then I'm going to use, this point. Now this line is extra, so we can erase it. Now let's see if our shape is divided into 5 equal parts. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There we go. So the fraction says 1/5. It means that I have to shade only 1 part. Let's shade the first part like this. And there we go, guys. So this is 1/5 of our shape. Okay. Now put your finger on number 3 and let's read the instructions. It says write the next 3 numbers. Okay, so basically this is a number sequence. First we need to figure out the difference and then we're going to complete the sequence. So let's see. They're starting from 5 and they have landed to 7. So we're going to put 5 in our mind and then we're going to start counting and we'll see how many fingers do we take out. So that is our difference. 5 goes in our mind, then we have 6 and then we have 7. So after 2 fingers, 7 came. Okay, so the difference is of 2. Now let's see. From 7 to 9. 7 goes in our mind, then we have 8 and then we have 9. So the difference is again of 2. Okay, so now we're going to put 9 in our mind and we will take 2 fingers out and we will count after 9 to see the next number. So 9 is in our mind, then we have 10 and 11. So let's write 11 over here in the first blank. Then 11 goes in our mind and we're going to take 2 fingers out and we will count after 11. So we have 12 and 13. Let's write 13 over here. Now 13 goes in our mind and we're going to take 2 fingers out and we will count after 13. So 13 is in our mind. Then we have 14 and 15. So let's write 15 over here. That was easy. Okay, now let's move to the next row. It is 16 and then we have 18. So we're starting with 16 and then we have 18. Let's figure out the difference. 16 goes in our mind. Then we have 17 and then we have 18. So we have the difference of 2. We're going to skip count by 2. Now 18 goes in our mind. Then we have 19 and 20. Now let's start skip counting by 2. So 20 goes in our mind. Then we have 21 and 22. So let's write 22 over here. Now what will we do? We will put 22 in our mind and we will take 2 fingers out and we will count after 22. So we have 23 and 24. Okay. Now 24 goes in our mind. And we're going to take 2 fingers out and we will count out to 24. So we have 25 and 26. This is easy and fun. I love it. Okay, now let's move to the last row. 41 and 43. We're starting from 41. Let's see the difference. 41 and where we have to land? We have to land on 43. So 41, 42 and 43. So the difference remains of 2. We're going to skip count by 2 again. Then 43, 44 and 45. Okay, now what do? We put 45 in our mind and we will take 2 fingers out. And now we're going to count after 45. So we have 46 and 47. Let's write 47 over here. Okay. Now the next one, 47 goes in our mind. We're going to take 2 fingers out and we will count after 47. So we have 48 and 49. Alright. Now 49 goes in our mind and we're going to take 2 fingers out and we will count after 49. So we have 50 and 51. There we go, guys. This was easy and fun. I loved it. Now flip your page and go to page number 116, 116. Put your finger on number 4 and let's read. It says add. This is simple addition. Okay, now let's see. 2 plus 3 plus 6. How will we do it? First, we're going to solve these two, the upper two, okay? So 2 plus 3. 3 is the bigger number. 3 goes in our mind and we are going to take 2 fingers out, okay? And we're going to count after 3. So 3 is in our mind. Then we have 4 and 5. So the answer of these two is 5. Now what do? We're going to add 5 and 6. So which is the bigger number? 6 is the bigger number. 6 goes in our mind and we're going to take 5 fingers out and we will count after 6. So we have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's right, 11. So 2 plus 3 plus 6 is equal to 11. Okay, now let's move on. We have 2 plus 6 plus 8. So which is the bigger number between 2 and 6? 6 is the bigger number. We're going to put 6 in our mind, and then we're going to take 2 fingers out and we will count after 6. So we have 7 and 8. So the answer of these two is 8. Now 8 plus 8. Since they are both the same number, we can put we're going to put 8 in our mind, and we will take 8 fingers out and we will count after 8. So we have 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 and 16. Okay guys, now I'm going to give you a little while. You finish it up and then we'll match our answers. Okay guys, I hope everyone's done by now. Now let's start matching our answers. We have 5 plus 2 plus 5. So 5 plus 2 is 7. Then 7 plus 5 is equal to 12. Let's move on. Then we have 3 plus 6 plus 4. 3 plus 6 is 9. And 9 plus 4 is 13. Now let's see the next one. 1 plus 4 plus 5. First we're going to do these two. So 1 plus 4 is equal to 5. And 5 plus 5 is equal to 10. And the last one over here is 4 plus 3 plus 8. So 4 plus 3 is 7. And 7 plus 8 is 15. I hope you guys got these right. Now let's move to the next row. I'm going to do this with you. Okay. We have 3 numbers over here. 621 plus 251. The rule remains the same. We're going to start with the right side first. So 1 plus 1. We're going to put 1 in our mind and we will take 1 finger out and we will count after 1. So we have 1 and 2. We'll write 2 over here. Then we have 2 plus 5. So what will we do now? 5 is the bigger number. 5 goes in our mind, and then we're going to take 2 fingers out and we will count after 5. So we have 6 and 7. Then we're going to move to 6 plus 2. So 6 goes in our mind and we will take 2 fingers out and we will count after 6. So our answer is 7 and 8. So 621 plus 251 is equal to 872. Now let's move on. 542 plus 152. Let's see. 2 plus 2. 2 goes in our mind and we will take 2 fingers out and we will count after 2. So we have 3 and 4. Okay, then the next one says 4 plus 5. So 5 goes in our mind and we will take 4 fingers out and we will count after 5. So we have 6, 7, 8 and 9. Now 5 plus 1. So 5 goes in our mind and we will take 1 finger out and we will count after 5. So the answer is 6. There we go. Okay. 714 plus 254. So 4 plus 4. 4 goes in our mind and we will take 4 fingers out. Let's count after 4. So we have 5, 6, 7 and 8. Now the next one is 1 plus 5. So 5 goes in our mind and we're going to take 1 finger out and we will count after 5. So we have 6. And then we have 7 plus 2. 7 goes in our mind and we're going to take 2 fingers out and we will count after 7. So we have 8 and 9. There we go. Now I'm going to give you a little while. You finish it up and then we'll match our answers. Guys, I hope everyone's done by now. So we have 321 plus 463, which is equal to 784. Then we have 136 plus 721, which is equal to 857. I hope all of you got these right. Now let's move to the next part. Put your finger on number 5. It says subtract. This is simple subtraction. So let's look at the first one. 12 minus 5. What will we do, guys? We're going to put the bigger number in our mind, which is 12. So 12 goes in our mind and we will take 5 fingers out and we will count backwards from 12. So we have 11, 10, 9, 8 and 7. Let's write 7 over here. Then we have 10 minus 6. So what will we do? 10 is the bigger number. 10 goes in our mind and we will take 6 fingers out and we will count backwards from 10. So we have 9, 8, 7, 6, 5 and 4. Okay, now let's move on. 17 minus 8. So which is the bigger number? 17 is the bigger number. 17 goes in our mind, and we're going to take 8 fingers out and we will count backwards from 17. So we have 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10 and 9. So our answer is 9. Now I'm going to give you a little while to finish it up and then we'll match our answers. Okay guys, I hope everyone's done by now. So let's start matching our answers. Then we have 13 minus 9, which is equal to 4. 15 minus 6, which is equal to 9. 14 minus 7 is equal to 7. 16 minus 9 is equal to 7. 11 minus 2 is equal to 9. 8 minus 3 is equal to 5. 12 minus 7 is equal to 5. 10 minus 9 is equal to 1. 18 minus 9 is equal to 9. Wasn't this easy and fun, guys?